远古大陆群雄割据，四方势力战火不绝，一为勇气穿梭于丛林之间，一切障碍都被他视作为猎物。一为力量劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘是将世界破坏殆尽。一为智慧操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒。一为坚韧，为囚禁了千百年，打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Ready to work.
Welcome back to the last game of the day
欢
here
迎
at
选手
Warcraft
登
Gold
场，
League
有请中国实力
2018, the Winter
暗夜
Edition.
精灵选手周
What
西
a
西。
day this has been, man. Two amazing series, Lolite and Hawk, 1-2-0 and Focus. I hope these guys can continue to provide us with great entertainment. Joshishi, we've seen him already defeating Sonic in the very first game of the day, and now he's closing this day again. But it's gonna be another Night Elf, his opponent, but a whole different caliber that is the best that this game has ever seen. Here comes Moon.
Here he is, on his way in,
欢迎
coming
他
in
的
as the
对
big
手
favorite
暗夜精灵
indeed.
战术大
Is
师
he gonna
Moon。
live up to that name? Earlier against Infi, he looked really good, but we just witnessed an upset, didn't we? With Focus taking out 1-2-0. This is not necessarily gonna be so easy for Moon. Well, not everybody thinks the way I do, perhaps. We just had a chance to talk with Light in the break, and he said, I asked him who's gonna win, and he asked me, are you stupid? So apparently, for him it is very clear that this man right here is the big favorite. The fan favorite as well. Yes, please.
Sorry. He is rushing through this group stage so far. 4-0. His games
暗
didn't
夜内
last
战
that
马
long,
上
man.
开始，
Defeated
有请小林
PCG
和玉米
in。less than 10, in 10 minutes. Defeated Infi in 15 minutes. Will he do this with Shishi as well? In Night of Mirror? Not that likely, but we'll see what kind of tricks he has up his sleeve.
Yeah, absolutely. For a couple of reasons, this game is really interesting to me. Of course, for the standings, obviously. But more than that, like, how is the Clash of Styles gonna work here? Is Moon gonna stick with his early expansion kind of deal? Is he gonna go into the Mountain Giant meta? Are we gonna see something else? Where is this at right now? The whole Night of world is watching, as is pretty much always the case when Moon is playing, looking to the Messiah for answers.
Absolutely. When Moon came back in the day at WCA, Shishi was his first opponent on a stage. So Shishi has been around for quite some time, and as I said before in the preparation for the first game, his qualifier was quite good in like the last two ones. The first ones were really bad, but 4th place in the October qualifier was really good. Moon on the other side, 7th place in the qualifiers, 3rd place in July, 4th place in August. He didn't play the October race, so we don't really know how good his shape really is. He showed up here, he raised hell, but what if he slips now? What if someone puts something in his gears?
Here we go with the maps. What do we have remaining? Echo, AZ, and Last Refuge. I feel like we haven't even seen Echo that much. In the case that we did, it was mostly Night of Mirror.
Moon picks Echo here, Last Refuge goes to Shishi. So we start with Amazonia. I feel we haven't seen a single game on Twisted, by the way.
Yeah, no, we for real didn't.
Okay.
On the side stages, in the side matches, there were some, but no, we have not seen a single Twisted. No, we had the Boro Rush.
Ah, yeah, true. Lin versus Neutron.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. First day.
The one game on
Yeah.
TM.
So, Night of Mirror, interesting matchup. Moon there, 60% win rate. Shishi only 51. Both average win rates. So, can the Chinese upset the living legend of Warcraft 3? Shishi always flying a little under the radar. I didn't even know he qualified for the playoffs at WGL that often. But as I said before, 1 year of absence in Gold League tournaments. That goes for Shishi, not for Moon. He made it to the quarterfinals last time, was then taken out by Lorliot, who ended up on the 4th spot there. And that was a surprise to many back in the day. How good is Moon in Night Elf Mirror nowadays? It was his weakest matchup for almost a decade, if not more. Remind, always the best Night Elf in Mirror. Moon never really an outstanding Mirror player, but he learned his lessons. He picked up the meta and changed the meta a little bit in Night Elf Mirror, getting back to his talents back in 1.29. So what's he going to do in 1.30?
Yeah, speaking of 1.30, when the patch was still really fresh, was really interesting, this matchup. Not as dominated by Mountain Giants and Glaives as it seems to be nowadays. We had a lot of mass Dryads, mass Hippo Riders, mass Archers actually as well. But quickly it was realized that the Keeper of the Grove is pretty damn good. And it's going to be double Keeper here as well, if I saw that correctly. I'm pretty sure. 2 Wisps here will be scouting each other out. Both players are going to rush towards that level 2 creep, so easily done. On Amazonia with the help of the Lightning Shield. Is it possibly worth detonating against that Lightning Shield? You're going to slow him down, but it's going to cost you a Wisp. Probably not. So yeah, we're going to have both reaching level 2 early, grabbing up 2 nice items. But where we go from there, that's going to be the really interesting part. Is he actually going to detonate against this? Oh, he is!
Nice trick by Shishi. That should mean his tech is a little later, though. We do have, by the way, already a result from the other games in this match. Infi defeated Sonic 2-0, and Cash PCG is 1-1.
Okay. Yeah, we saw that earlier. Yes, yes it is.
So whoever loses this is toe-to-toe with Infi, and maybe if Cash wins against PCG, then he's also in the race for the playoffs.
So yeah, Shishi invested an extra Wisp, costing him some lumber, but that forces some repair that Moon has to go for here to keep the Agent of War alive. So that's also forcing lumber out of him. And of course, slowing down is what Shishi achieved with this as well. But I don't think there were any denies, right? This should be level 2. There we go. It was a ring of protection on both sides. The claws and the mantle is what you're hoping for. Oh no, it's not on both sides. It's actually claw start for Shishi. And in the mirror especially, these drops do matter. It's a lot about early game trading. And if you start off with the claws, it's going to help you a lot.
Absolutely. Moon, is he going for the kobolds now? No. He's going over. Oh, left the item on the ground, interestingly.
That's a cloak. You know how I know that?
He's smart boy.
Smarty pants, I know.
I thought you learned Chinese, but no, we're too lazy for that.
We really are.
A player's forces are
100
under
kg
attack.
here from the Russian community. Does actually speak a little bit of Chinese. I was impressed, I must say.
Interesting position by creep spot for Shishi now, doing that with only the archers and the treants, and that means Moon will fall behind in hero levels already a little bit. Shishi with a shop, Shishi with a tech, Moon with a tech as well.
Are we the only casters who click on the main buildings right one after the other to compare the techs? I feel like these Chinese never do that.
Apart from that, the camera work has been very good.
A player's
Yeah, it
forces
is,
are under attack.
I feel like that's oftentimes the only thing we get to talk about in the early game.
That's not true. That's absolutely not true. In head-to-head competition, Moon is 3-1 against Joshishi. In maps, it is 7-3, and the last 3 games between them all went to Moon. So it seems like he figured him out. Shishi is luring out the kobold. This is something Moon brought into the meta, so he's stealing a little trick out of Moon's book, but which Night Elf doesn't do that, to be fair?
Nice Wisp positioning for the detonate. He saw that one coming. Really cool. Moon also has Wisps over here very offensively. Ready for those detonates. Last Entangle, use it on the Wisp. It's gonna force the suicide. It's gonna implode into... Oh, nothingness. Big creep here to pick up would be level 3 for Moon at least. Not quite. And nice creep out, by the way. I'm gonna get into that here momentarily once the action subsides. Oh, actually, he's not gonna get it, and now his keeper has to be careful. Thankfully for him, his opponent doesn't have mana anymore. Neither does he. But there's bashes coming from the Taskmaster. It's a little scary.
Always gotta be careful about those bashes, man. Can happen all the time.
If he bashes him again, this is scary. Oh my god, that was so close.
Yeah,
and now he's got level 3.
Exactly, and he has Entangle, and this forces the TP of Moon.
If he
350 gold gone. And level 3 for Shishi. Good start for the Night Elf here. For the Chinese,
Yeah.
sorry.
I was thinking this was a really cool creep out by Moon because he didn't go for his Kobold. Instead, he goes for the green camp, knowing he has the time after that to then harass his opponents creeping off the Taskmaster and maybe steal that away from him. And if that works, that's really nice. But it didn't quite work. It was so close, and in the end, it cost him the Town Portal, which is a very valuable resource going up against this Alchemist Keeper combo.
Both are going for that Archer's upgrade and Ancient of Lore. At least one for Moon. He doesn't have the resources for a second one. So it goes for Shishi, I guess. Oh, all items on the ground. Hands it over to the Alchemist to make him a little more tanky.
Quite a bit more tanky.
Yes, +2 with the ring, a little bit from the slippers. That's good in the early, as the Alchemist starts with only 1 armor, as you all know by now.
+6, here we go, not too bad either. Creepjack coming in, is this Keeper perhaps in trouble? Here we go, Acid Bomb and Entangle, but he should be getting away, drops down to half HP, but now he has to be really careful. We already heard one Archer dying, it's gonna be a second one falling, but I think it's a 1-for-1 trade for now. The Keeper, he wasn't far enough away, Moon not paying close enough attention, losing his first hero. You're not allowed to do this. You could see this coming from miles and miles away, Moon.
What a game by Shishi here. 3 kills and the hero without losing too much, even staffing out this little Archer. Tremendous performance here. Moon was wrecking through the group stage, but now he's losing unit after unit. Shishi is rushing tier 3. Oh, the Archer actually died after the staff. But what does Moon have left? It's 2 Archers and an Alchemist. Everything gets hit by another Acid Bomb. Shishi doesn't want to stop here, as it seems. There is a lot of Moon juice though, so Moon should be safe in his own base. Now the second Ancient of Lore is coming. And Shishi is going for Dryads, as it seems only 1 lore for him. Ah, there's the second one, alright.
Shishi got that hero kill, which was a massive deal, of course. But he lost all but 1 Archer for it. So it came at a price. I'm not even sure that he's necessarily even ahead here. We're gonna have solo creeping being done now by Moon. Nice for the Alchemist. Big story here to tell, as we're approaching the later stages of the mid-game, is that there's tier 3 happening on Shishi's side, not on Moon's side. Much like it was earlier against Infi in his game here on AZ. Moon is staying on tier 2. It's gonna go into mass Dryads by the looks of things. And that usually does not work out well against mass Mountain Giants, but that's what I said earlier against Riflemen as well, so let's see.
Very important win for Cash here, who is now 2-1. Only losing to Infi in this group so far. So he is in the playoff race for tomorrow.
Absolutely. The PCG, of course, it's not looking that great.
Pretty sure he's out.
Nobody really expected him to get far here, to be honest. Maybe next time. Gonna have better time should he again qualify. Because of course there's going to be more WGLs in the future as well. Moon still has to be careful. He doesn't have a TP, he doesn't have a Keeper either. Creepjacks could be very painful. In fact, that's exactly what Shishi is coming for right now. Moon, he's the guy on tier 2. Shishi is the guy going for Giants. Usually that player is supposed to be on the back foot. But Shishi, nope. He's looking to be in a good position this game.
Alrighty, heal scroll for Moon pretty early. Shishi is running away in supply. Hero-wise, Moon caught up a little, especially on the Alchemist. So, gonna be interesting if the level 4 Keeper, who Shishi is approaching, is better, or the level 2 Acid Bomb in that regard. How far are the Mountain Giants? That's the question. Shishi is going for it right now. Moon still going for the Dryads. Heavy on the
yeah, once again. Gonna get the big boy here, the Rock Golem, the big item, and almost level 3 force. Oh, it is level 3 in fact for the Alchemist. One of Mastery, not really what he wanted. Shishi, is he being too aggressive here? He's got Mountain Giants on the way. There's no need to force the issue.
But do you want to have the first Mountain Giants in the fight against Slow Poison from the Dryads and Entangle before Hardened and Resistance Skin are out? I don't think so, and so Shishi is taking his sweet time.
Yeah, I think Shishi could just creep the map, go into upkeep, get 5 MGs, and then what's Smooth supposed to do?
He's at 50 already. Is he transitioning in? He's going Mass Dryads. That's it. He's not going MGs here. He's so far behind in tech when it comes to these units.
And we could see there, caught a glimpse of the lores. The upgrades should now be done.
Yes.
And
She's so strong now. I mean, only one MG, and it's not with the army right now, so it's a big Dryad mirror.
First kill goes to Moon, saves the Dryad almost to the back, but it's a 2-for-1 start for him. Again, the Mountain Giant wasn't even in this battle yet, hasn't picked up a stick. With that, he does decent damage. And again, I must ask, Shishi, why are you being so aggressive? Look at this horrible trade! He's lost all of his Dryads!
Moon, the Dryad master. He's just picking them up one by one. Shishi now, with his alchemist, with his Keeper in trouble, heals him a little. Level up for Moon, who's now 2 levels ahead, even saving the next Dryad over there. What a fight!
Did he lose only a single Dryad?
Yeah,
I think he did. But why are these players so impatient? Shishi, there's no reason why you should be aggressive here.
Here we
And he was
see
punished hard.
first person recap from Moon's perspective.
Yep, that was the one Dryad loss at the start. Or was it perhaps the second? I don't know, but he's just slaughtering this Dryad army one by one. That was such
Shishi had a huge lead coming from the early game, and now he gave it all away. But it's still the better Mountain Giant tech, and Mountain Giants are all the rave in WGL. I got a message from Lynn's wife, actually. I posted it on Twitter, just sending some face palms emotes to me with Mountain Giants.
Yeah, Moon doesn't seem to be too concerned about them. Not going for them himself, just mass Dryads. Mass Dryads. Almost level 4 in his Alchemist now. He already has that for the Keeper of the Grove. Dryads on those, upgrades on those Dryads as well, by the way. Oh, he is going tier 3. Seems like he will, after all, be going into MGs himself.
It's gonna be late. Will Shishi find a time
A player's forces are under attack.
to attack with a few Mountain Giants?
He's up back up at 50. 51, in fact. Most unfortunate of all supply counts. I guess 81 is a little bit worse, but we don't really see that. Level 3 finally for the Alchemist. Shishi. I feel like he was seriously in a great position this game, but impatient play costing him dearly.
Not the best item here for Shishi, doesn't help him in that regard. He's breaking upkeep now. Moon gets a lot more gold with this. He still has the level advantage. Alchemist level 4.5 already. Shishi is gearing up. Uh-oh, he's gonna be jacked here with his back against the wall. No Mountain Giant by Moon, but also only one for Shishi, right?
Yeah, after that fight, he decided to move away from MGs into Dryads instead. With an upgrade disadvantage and a hero level disadvantage. Let's see this first person here once again. The last engagement with the Dryad was extremely well controlled by Moon, and now again he engages. The MG in front is doing a nice bit of confusion here with the taunts coming in one by one, Scroll of Healing as well, quick dispels and quicker focuses even onto those Dryads, once again eliminating them pretty quickly. There's a big arc though from Shishi around his opponent, but he's not focus firing too much, is he? He's spreading the damage. Whereas Moon seems to be focusing more. But now a lot of his Dryads are going to die as well. This fight is far from over, and Shishi might be stabilizing. 40 supply now only left for Moon. Trying to go for the hero kill.
Uh-oh, acid bomb, and that must be the kill over there. Keeper of the Grove for Shishi is falling, and Moon is saving some Dryads. This looks really, really good if he's not losing his own Keeper. He's trying to chase with the Chemical Rage, but Chemical Rage on the other side as well to dodge the Dryad slow, and this Keeper is close to level 5. The Alchemist is level 5. Unbelievable how Moon got back into this game.
But our holy resource up in the top, we look at the supply, and it's pretty even, right? Hero levels certainly greatly in favor of Moon. But as far as army size goes, it's comparable. Upgrades should be better though for Moon, I imagine. Followed up with more. Oh no, he's still stuck on 1-1, so only one upgrade ahead. Shouldn't be the end of all things. Map here close to being entirely crapped. We have the red camps still remaining, which are pretty easily taken with mass Dryads, by the way. Might be the next point where Moon wants to go. Level 5 for the Keeper would be his reward.
A player's forces
And a
are
big
under
item.
attack.
red spot now. This could be a big upgrade for Moon. Luring them out so he can't be backstabbed by Shishi, but he's going for his own red spot, so both players take a breath, slow down a little. Nice move by Moon. You're blocking with the tree, and so the granite is not doing anything. And it is
Oh, Ancient Django.
Django. More attack speed, more movement speed.
That's beautiful. Might be the best item, I guess. Command Aura. Make case for that as well. Certainly very, very nice. It's taken a while here for Shishi. In fact, he's not fast enough to take it out before Moon arrives with his 50 supply army. Shishi has broken upkeep already, by the way. Still waiting for his keeper, though, right? I think he is.
Takes a lot of time. Moon has all the advantages.
Staff home on the KOTG. Healing up the mana points. And now with almost full mana, gonna be re-engaging. Must be Treants level 3, I imagine.
He also has heal scroll and invul, so he's ready for the fight 100%. Moon is getting so much gold right now. A little bit of experience. That is level 4 finally, but he's 1 1/4 levels behind. And if Moon gets this granite golem, that would be disastrous for Shishi. This the first mountain giant for Moon. He's ready as well, and I'm pretty sure how the way he stayed on 50 supply, the upgrades are already done.
A player's forces
And
are
finally,
under
yeah.
attack.
Gonna get that big army himself. Alright, we're posturing around the red camp. Who's he gonna go to? 2 levels behind. How big of a disadvantage is that? For the acid bomb, obviously. Not gonna affect the dryads, though. Inventory. Very important as well. We had that invul on both sides, I think.
More MGs. 60 supply for both players. He's engaging again against the granite. Nobody is allowed to do a mistake here. Otherwise, that's going to cost him the game.
Those Treants, by the way, are kind of feeding experience. And Moon's Alchemist is not too far away from level 6. Something to keep in mind. Alright, here we go. 2 MGs versus 1 MG only. But more will be coming from Moon from the main. They have just arrived. Here we go. Has 2 more now. Now he has the upper hand in MG count with the 3. And in we go. Onto the Alchemist right away. The spell doesn't use it. Uses the invul instead. Doesn't look like that was exactly necessary. Could have spelled with the Dryads. And the Dryads are hunting the Dryads. Ignoring the Mountain Giant is what they need to do. Is what they're supposed to do. Scroll of Healing coming in early from Shishi. Didn't look the most effective. Oh, nice kiting backwards with the Dryads. Forcing them to step further into the front lines, and by that exposing themselves are the Dryads of Shishi. Once again, the Dryad game seems to be going the Koreans' way with continuously nice moving back. Still has a couple Dryads left, but so does Shishi. But big supply lead. Alchemist now in trouble. If only he had saved that invul, but with the staff, he's going to be safe.
I love how Moon is staying far away from the Keeper of the Grove of Shishi to not be entangled this time. Oh, the Dryads. What a nice micro by Moon, saving 3 super low. Shishi is about to lose the Mountain Giants here, using Taunt on them, interestingly. MG down, 45 supply only against 73. And he's going for the kill now. That will be the GG if he gets this first hero. No staff, of course. Oh, this is not looking good.
There's a hole in the forest.
But the right clicks are coming through. Level 6 is around the corner. GG. Moon is now 5-0.
All right. Can we call that turning the game around? He wasn't like miles and miles behind, but he should have been behind tech-wise, unit composition-wise. Shishi, why didn't he just go into mass MGs?
Again, a turnaround in this game, and again, overcommitment by one of those players. Too greedy by Shishi. He smelled the blood in the water, but then he dove right in and drowned.
I guess the thinking here might be, well, if I don't have Dryads, I don't have the spell. And that's just not gonna fly. So maybe you do have to have Dryads, and if you only have 2, it's not gonna work because they're gonna get sniped immediately. It might not be as simple as you can just go mass MGs, as we saw from Colorful against Orc, just nothing but MGs. Because then you're going to have real problems against a high-level Keeper and Alchemist. So perhaps we, especially I, might be too critical here. That being said, though, I have seen mass MG games in the past with like 6+ on multiple bases and just a handful of Dryads thrown into the mix. And those were successful as well at times. At any rate, Shishi seemed to have been with the lead there.
Yeah, first time for Shishi in this tournament that he's down 1 map. He had the advantage of a Sonic. He had the 2-0 win afterwards. Now a new situation for him.
And yeah, Moon seems to be on cruise control here so far with Masked Riots and Masked Riots. Well, I guess in his other map when against Impi, he didn't really have Riots, right? He had lots of hunts. But yeah, massing is working out so far for him. So we have the maps remaining. I wrote it down somewhere. Echo Isles and Last Refuge. What's going to be his choice?
Would Moon be the only player with a 6-0 if he wins this after the first day? Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe it is his year.
It's
Maybe
about
I was
time.
wrong all along.
It is about time, for God's sake.
Man, this could seriously be a new awakening here at the Gold League. China, disappointing so far.
Yeah.
TH out, Infi, disastrous play against Moon, 1-2-0, losing to Focus. Lawlight playing strong, Lin playing strong, Foggy playing strong, Focus playing strong.
Fly, the vice world champion, just barely
Yeah.
inching across the finish line.
Yeah. Seriously, there's no Chinese player at the moment who's really there where he's supposed to be.
Colorful?
Colorful, yeah, but Colorful is, I think, not on the level of Lin Lawlight.
Not so
Could
far.
be, by the way, that we end up with an all-Orc Night Elf
I know.
playoffs.
I have noticed. But it's not that bad. It's not 1.28, you know? So it's not like we have to start cutting ourselves. It's gonna be fun regardless. But yeah, it could seriously be no humans and no undeads in the playoffs. Depending on how this shapes up, that would be, of course, quite a surprise. 1-0, losing earlier already, was an upset. But it seems like people are still expecting him to make it through. Should he get victories now in his remaining games, that would be the case. Moon in prime shape here, as it seems.
Yeah, this time really not the gold mistakes that he made before, right?
Yeah.
No Engine of War hiccups, and he's not allowed to make them because then Shishi will come back. We go into map number 2, Last Refuge. We have seen epic battles between the two on this map. It was a different patch, though, with a different meta. But I'm not expecting anything less from them right here. Moon with match points. He would be the only player with a 6-0 track record after game 1, day 1.
Mirrored openings here, as it would seem. Hold up! Actually, it's not. Moon switching it up with no Ancient of War outside. Meaning, Huntress opening, right? Or a very, very weirdly timed Ancient of War. Isn't there literally no reason to make it this late? As we compare.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but I think there's literally no upside at all to make it that late.
Maybe he got a little bit more. No, he didn't get more.
No, you're right, you're right. You can put those other wisps onto the resources
Yeah.
quicker. But are those 20 gold coins gonna be better than the faster creeping? Unusual, to say the very least. But yeah, those 20 seconds, if it's even that much, probably not, shouldn't decide this game.
There will be a reason if Moon plays it. I mean, he doesn't just do it.
Was there a reason why he lost the Ancient of War, Neo?
Nervousness.
Great players, even they don't do everything intentionally at all times.
Okay. Yeah, Shishi starts production now with the first Archer. And it should be Keeper of the Grove by both. Pretty sure about that. We have seen some Demon Hunters. We have even seen Wardens in Night Elf Mirror now, in the absence of Demon Hunters.
That didn't work out too well, though, right?
That didn't work out too well, though. That is correct.
I was expecting some demons at
Players'
least.
forces are under attack.
But in this tournament, we have not seen a single one yet. In any matchup.
Yeah, it's a 100% Keeper pick rate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's kind of a shame. Used to be so variable in this matchup, and nowadays it is not.
Claws of attack for Moon this time for the early trades, but claws for Shishi as well, so item drops are balanced.
Yeah. And of course, thanks to the Ancient of War timing, this is quite a bit faster for Shishi, coming in with the Wisp Detonate. Would love to hit 4 Treants. Usually at this point, Keeper will have summoned the Force of Nature twice. Shoos him away though with a couple of right clicks. Early shot once again for Xixi before the tech. Nice scouting on both sides, keeping tabs on the opponent, making sure he's not being too frisky.
Okay, Moon is harassing.
We really got used to the Treants walking in water, by the way. You remember?
Yeah.
You remember how that bothered us in the beginning?
Man, that was so annoying. Now we mentioned it, and now chat will notice it as well.
Well, you know, you can get used to anything. But I also feel like it was more Treants at the start. It was like sometimes 10 Treants on each side. Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Tier 2 on the way. Xixi can't get tier 2 done because Moon is around. Tier 2 there as well.
Oh, now he's comparing. He was listening, maybe. Hello,
Players'
Remo.
forces are under attack.
Or Xiaoqian. Those are our 2 great observers. It's gonna be level 2 here for Moon if he has the time to creep it, which he should. Where's Xixi's Keeper going? Oh, he's really expecting an expansion, isn't he? Continuously
Yeah,
scouting with the Wisp.
Exactly.
The Keeper's already going there. He's just expecting the tree up there, ready to cancel. And oh my god, he's setting a bit up now. No, that's the engine of war.
That's the engine of war. I was thinking the same, but Moon took a cool creep camp here from Xixi, set up the map without being interfered. Now it comes in. There's no Wisp for the Dispel. Moon loses 1 archer, but gets the revenge kill.
Doesn't have a dust. Doesn't have a Wisp at the lab. May send one right now. Should have done that, honestly. No reason not to do this. So it's a 1-for-1 trade at the moment.
Yeah, he does, by the way. So it's gonna be a kill soon if Moon is not evacuating this. Oh no. Reveal a 50 gold kill.
Oh, can he get that kill? Counter kill? No.
No, entangle on the Keeper. Then he doesn't do damage anymore. And with that, he has to retreat soon. This entangle. No! Doesn't get this kill. Xixi. Early trade, look good for him.
Yep, gets the 1 archer advantage there. That's kind of nice, moving into the mid-game. Not the end of the world, of course. Agent of War coming, second.
Players' forces are under
Second Agent of War, and Hunterfall coming. Looking to be Glaives, isn't it? Neutron saying somewhere in the corner, finally they realize what's strong. Let's see if it is that strong. Indeed. Yeah, when I was talking with Lolliot earlier today, I asked him, what is the current state of the meta in Night of Mirror? He told me that it's not mostly, but kind of a majority about Glaive Throwers, whereas he personally apparently prefers Mountain Giants. It seems like in the game so far, almost everybody prefers Mountain Giants. Well,
yeah, that really surprised me. I thought we would see a lot more variety in those Night of Mirrors.
Yeah, we just saw Mass Dryads as well, and there it is.
Look at
There are the Glaives.
Throwers by Xixi, mixing it up.
What's happening in Moon's base?
I'm pretty sure we'll see that here now as well. There is a lore coming.
Alright.
Okay, so
Well, Moon just showed Mass Dryads, and Glaives are really good against Dryads.
yep.
Unless they have, for some reason, the perfect positioning right on top of them. Which, of course, shouldn't be the case.
Moon's Dryad micro was really good. He also played Mass Dryads against Human for quite some time, successfully. But against Glaive Throwers, it's a little bit different.
Yeah. When they have those upgrades 2-0 and the Vorpal Blades, just one
town
volley
is
into the
under
front line feels like kills 2 Dryads instantly. So we're gonna have a varying style between the two, which is always the more interesting way a mirror can go, of course.
Players' forces are under attack.
Wisp Scout, very important, sees the Glaives, sees the second Ancient of War, he knows what's up.
Okay. What's the reaction then with this? I mean, does he have to go away from his game plan now that he saw this? He can still play Dryads, he can still play Mountain Giants. He's going tier 3, second Engine of Lore, so he says, nope, whatever you do, I play my Dryad Mountain Giant thing. It works against everything.
I must say I'm a little disappointed that Moon isn't playing something out of the box here. Dryads and MGs, that's
Players'
nothing new.
forces are under
We've
attack.
seen that plenty before. I thought maybe he was gonna have another smart answer to, you know, make us woo in our chairs.
Well, he hasn't lost a single map this far, so I
dude,
think you can't criticize
No,
him for that.
he's playing very well. But I wanted to be amazed, Neo. Amazed, I tell you.
Well, there's still plenty of time. Maybe he's saving tactics for the playoffs.
Like Foggy. Only reason why he lost the series, by the way. Of course. Level 3 almost on the Alchemist already. That was pretty damn fast.
Shishi, no second hero. He needs Acid Bomb for the Glaive Throwers to really work. But he doesn't...
Right, it's kind of do or die time, right? This is looking like an all-in push. This is very reminiscent of his game versus Sonic earlier. Yeah, exactly. On Concealed Hill.
Vorpal Blades are done. Tier 2 upgrade at 25%. This will take some time. Unusual timing. 3.5 on the Keeper. 2.67 on the Alchemist.
Yeah, the Double Shadow Priest. Really good. Entangle. Oh, no resistance skin yet. This Mountain Giant pretty damn useless at this very moment. Moon has to buy time.
Oh, but if his Alchemist falls, then he won't have that time. Staff out, though.
Slow with the dispel there for once. Mountain Giant is still entangled. Oh, there we go. Now he's free.
A lot of buffer units in between Moon's army.
Oh my
and
god,
the
he
Glaive
found
Throwers.
healing wards.
That's cancelled, though. He had to die for the with the Keeper, being punished with an Entangle, when of Mana Stealing being used, so not much mana there for Moon's Alchemist, but he gets a little back with this level up, and Acid Bomb level 2.
There's the next Entangle gonna fly onto the Berserker. Still no Abulge. I think these guys still have mana. And again, heal ward in the back, but nice cancel from only one Archer. She's gonna give her life for this, but that was worth it. Super supply block now.
Yep.
Is Moon gonna be at 40 out of 30?
Yep.
And he's low lumber as well, by the way.
As well. Nice timing by Shishi, but now the Alchemist entangled, the Keeper of the Grove. Right clicks are not enough, so Shishi has to get back, and he's losing a lot on the way out.
But once again, like it was against Sonic, not as close as it was against Sonic, but once again, the push fails.
Yeah, but Moon is supplies. Like this time he got 2 Moon Wells, and he has a lot of time to reproduce his army now. Moon has to put his resources into Moon Wells, and that will take a lot of time, and he will still be at 37 supply for quite some time.
He still got the greater mana on his Keeper, Moon does.
I kind of like that strategy because, like, the reason for the solo Keeper, I guess, is that you have better Treants earlier before your opponent does.
I don't like this strat at all.
Players
It's an all-in strat. I'm never a fan of all-in strats because in other games, when you have a backup plan, if something goes wrong, you can play your way back into this. But with this strat, I'm really not sure if there's a backup. Does Moon have a TP, by the way? Okay, he does. He has to go back ASAP to defend. Doesn't want to lose so many Moon Wells again.
Moon's army looks ridiculously small, but it's 2 Mountain Giants there. And this cloak is pretty nice if you approach the Wave Throwers in the back, but of course you don't want to be that armed.
He still doesn't have resistance skin. He was too low lumber. The MGs are still getting entangled.
Ouch!
Only a single one is doing anything at the moment. Okay. I guess I spoke too soon.
Oh, and again he gets the Moon Well, and again Moon is supply stack, and this time he gets the shop as well. No more clarities, and the Keeper now. He's going for the hero kill because Shishi has only one, but he escapes, has his own entangle. And now the Glaive Thrower damage against them. Ooh, boy, that hurts.
Moon why doesn't he entangle?
Shishi, why are you losing all your Glaive Throwers?
Also a good question.
Level 4 on the Alchemist.
But Moon could have just killed this Keeper right there. Was a little bit panicking perhaps because of his own Keeper being in trouble, but that's it. Push looked strong again on the second time around, but it wasn't all in after all. Moon held. And that's him with a perfect, literally perfect track record so far in this group stage.
Indeed, 6-0. The strongest player of the group stage thus far after 3 games. Shishi, smiling there, is now 2-1 as well, right? And same as Infi, same as Cash. So I think BCG and Sonic are pretty much eliminated. And 3 players or 4 players are fighting for the playoffs. Moon on top. And even a Russian still in the race.
That would be something, wouldn't it? If Hawk actually makes it out of there.
Cash.
Yeah.
Hawk is Group D.
Yeah, other group, but yeah. Cash, can he do it?
It's gonna be hard. He has to play Moon still, and he has to play Shishi. Depends how good his matchup versus Night Elf is.
He lost to Infi. That doesn't necessarily bode too well.
1-2. So you got a map of him.
All right.
Gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. this is it for day number 3. We're gonna be back tomorrow, 9:30 CET, and we have we don't really know the matches that we're gonna show you tomorrow. That will be decided later. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you, production guy, that we were able to talk a little. So we don't know the matches. We will keep you up to date. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That are the main sources of the games that we're gonna show you. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Lawlight versus 120, and that's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of Lawlight and 120, I mean, needs to step it up a little, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was falling behind expectations today. Wasn't playing bad, by no means. But
great.
was not the 120 who won these GCSs before. That was somebody else.
We give it up to the stage, guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. And tomorrow is Saturday, so set your alarms.
再次恭喜一下木呢，那么请木跟我们分享一下他现在是3胜的一个心情。
좀 세 번째로 이제 경기를 이기게 된 그 느낌을 얘기해 주시겠어요?
오늘은 내일 선수보다 더 힘들다고 생각했기 때문에 오늘 최소 1패는 하지 않을까. 그래도 최선을 다해서 좋은 결과를 만들려고 했는데 오늘 3승을 거두게 돼서 대단히 기쁩니다.
原来是估计今天会比明天的选手更难一些，所以考虑到会输一场的打算，但没想到3场都赢了，是很高兴。
是的，那么他现在的话出线形势是非常好，可以说已经90%已经锁定出线了。有没有想过8强之后想遇到是哪个对手呢？
지금 보면 한 90% 정도 거의 다 8강에 출전할 수 있을 것 같은데 지금 현재 예상컨대 그 8강의 상대는 누구를 만날 것 같으시나요?
누굴 만날지 잘 모르겠지만 박준 선수가 저를 만나고 싶다고 했었는데 저도 박준 선수를 8강에서 만나고 싶습니다.
我也不太清楚到底会遇到哪个选手，但是之前在采访的时候也谈到说最想遇到的可能是Lin选手。
好，那我们非常期待木呢和令在8强中可以相遇啊！现场是响起了雷鸣般的一个掌声。那我知道木现在是比较疲惫了，所以我们就不去多问他一些问题了。我们马上进入到我们抽奖环节，好吗？哇，大家真的是非常期待。同样是有2个观众，第一个可以获得我们30战网点，第2个是木亲笔签名的暗夜精灵战服，有请礼仪。